Richard?
Well, let me say first off that I'm not really into politics that much. I don't sit around just thinking about things and trying to figure out who's doing what and why and whatever. But there's been some things that's been going on in Congress, especially, that just seem absolutely crazy. And you wonder about why in the world are they doing these things? Why would anybody even suggest something so crazy? And I was in bed the other night, about Friday night, and just laying there, and when it suddenly hit me that some of these people, we've got some in our Congress that are Muslims. And, on the surface you might say, well, that's obvious. We can see that by the way they're dressed, and so what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is this. You've got to think about what Muslims believe and what they're after. The media doesn't tell us the truth about what Islam is, and they're not going to tell us the truth about what Islam is and what they believe. We hear all the time on media, and in fact you can Google it and you'll see that they only talk about 5 pillars of Islam, but the truth is there are 6 pillars of Islam. The 6th pillar is jihad, which is the holy war. Not a holy war. It's not just any war they come up with. We're fighting with these people, so it's a holy war. It is the holy war. And the holy war is the war to destroy all Christians and Jews from the face of the planet, because until all Christians and Jews are gone, Muhammad can't come back. You see, just the way Christians, we're waiting for Jesus to come back, and in order for him to come back, we have to preach the gospel to every living creature. Well, they're waiting for Muhammad to come back, and in order for him to come back, there can't be any Christians or Jews on the planet. So when you realize that, and then what these people are doing suddenly makes sense, because they see the United States of America as being the great stronghold of Christianity. In fact, they refer to us as the great Satan. And a lot of times when you see crowds where they're shouting and stuff, if you actually have translated everything they said, one of the things they'll be shouting is death to America. So these people have come over here, they're ended up in our government, which is just crazy. I mean, these are the people who are responsible for 9/11. And now we've got some of them in our government. They have been saying, for example, you need to get rid of the wall protecting the southern border, and let's have no protection, let everybody in, everybody just needs to be able to come in. Otherwise you're just being mean. You all just don't care about these people. And it's like, if you're trying to take a nation or destroy it, what great way to do it. Get them to just take down their protection, their border protection. And second thing, they want everybody to just lay down their arms. Let's get rid of the right to bear arms. Nobody has any guns. So then they've got a third thing they came up with. We want to do away with everything that uses fossil fuels. Which is much bigger than what you think on at first. I mean, obviously that's cars, that's trucks, that's tanks, that's planes, that's helicopters. All of your rapid transportation is done. It's gone. Because even you say, well, we replace them with electric. Well, most electricity is produced by fossil fuels. So that gets rid of your electricity too. So not only that, your communications require electricity. So you've also just totally stopped communication as far as rapid communications. I mean, you can have somebody on a horse run a letter across the country or something, but that's going to take a while. And then finally they want to get rid of, they say, let's get rid of the cows, which is one of the major food supplies in America. Lots of people eat cows. And then what's it going to be after that? Let's get rid of the sheep, let's get the goats. Hey, after all, even the cabbages are hurting the atmosphere, so let's get rid of those, and the turnips and the beans and the peas, and get rid of the food supply. Now, if you're trying to get rid of a country, these are exactly the kinds of things, if you can just get the people to do that, that's great. You've got no walls, no protection on the borders, you've got no weapons, you've got no rapid transportation, no rapid communication, and no food supply for your enemies. And then on top of that, let's stir up some trouble. Let's get the races fighting with each other. Let's get the Republicans fighting with the Democrats. Let's get Christians fighting against other people. And let's get it all stirred up so that they'll fight with each other. And while we're at it, let's get them to get the Jews too. We'll get them to mad at Israel and get them to barricade them, and so they can't get food and money and whatever. And we'll get rid of all the Christians, Jews in one fell swoop, and they'll do it to each other, and we won't even have to do anything. We can just stand by and watch. This is actually a brilliant plan, and it's been all too successful. And so, having said that, now let me explain very plainly that I'm not advocating war. I'm not advocating violence. I'm not saying let's go attack Muslims or something, okay?
Absolutely not.
As Christians, we're to love even our enemies. So the first thing we need to do is, one, recognize what's being done, and obviously where we have the chance to vote on stuff, make sure we're not putting those kind of people in positions of power. But we also need to be praying that their schemes will be exposed, and praying for their salvation. And then we need to be witnessing, because even, they're blocking so much of what Christians are doing on the internet and so forth, they're censoring us. But they can't stop us going from door to door and telling people about Jesus. They can't keep us from talking to people at Walmart. They can't keep our children from talking to people at the schools. There's no way they can stop that. And so that's the way we need to deal with it.
Yeah, that's basically what was on our heart. We just wanted to, share that with y'all, and just get y'all to be praying, and just thinking about, things, and why things could be happening the way that they're happening. All right, thanks. God bless you.